In today's newsletter, we will cover Reliance Industries, Infosys, Lupin, Bharat Forge, Sagachi Industries, Anant Raj. Reliance Industries as on September 18, 2025. Sentiment, positive. Reliance Industries Limited, one of India's biggest companies, has been in the news for two key reasons in the last 24 hours. First, its share price rose by over 2% after 2 days of losses, supported by strong reports from major financial analysts. Second, the company announced the launch of Reliance Intelligence, a new subsidiary focused on artificial intelligence, AI. This move aims to make AI available for everyone in India and marks a big step in shifting reliance from oil and gas towards technology and deep tech. Investors and experts are optimistic about this direction, believing it will boost Reliance's growth in digital and energy businesses. The new focus on AI is seen as the most aggressive bet on generative AI in India so far. These developments highlight Reliance's strategy to become a leading tech-driven company in the future, enhancing its long-term outlook despite some past market losses. Infosys Infy as on September 18, 2025. Sentiment neutral. Infosys, a leading information technology IT company, recently announced a major share buyback worth Rs 18,000 crore, 18 billion rupees. This is the fifth and largest share buyback in the company's history, aiming to return more money to shareholders. However, after the announcement, Infosys shares went down about 1.6% because of profit-taking by investors who had already benefited from a recent rally. Some experts said that while the buyback is good for shareholders now, it could mean less money spent on innovation in the future. The move also comes at a time when Infosys and the IT sector overall are seeing mixed results and face uncertainty from global economic trends. Therefore, the news sentiment is considered neutral as investors react cautiously. Lupin as on September 18, 2025. Sentiment, positive. Lupin Limited, a pharmaceutical company, is trending for strong quarterly results. The company reported a 52% increase year-on-year in net profit for April-June 2025, reaching 1,221 crore, thanks to solid sales growth both in the United States and India. Revenue rose to 6,064 crore. Recently, the United States Food and Drug Administration (FDA) also inspected Lupin's factory in Nagpur, which is seen as a positive sign for compliance and future exports. Company leaders highlighted a focus on innovation and keeping up with regulatory standards as key reasons for ongoing success. Investors and analysts view this financial growth as highly positive for the company's future. Bharat Forge as on September 18, 2025. Sentiment, positive. Bharat Forge Limited, a major auto components and engineering firm, is in the news after its stock delivered a strong breakout due to a double-bottom chart pattern. Experts believe this technical sign points to a likely upward trend, especially after the stock had earlier dropped by 20% from its high. Additionally, Bharat Forge's subsidiary Kalyani Powertrain signed a technology agreement with a Taiwan-based company to develop and manufacture server platforms locally in India. This step is seen as a boost for local manufacturing and the Make in India initiative. As a result, both investors and market analysts are optimistic about Bharat Forge's short-term prospects. Sagachi Industries as on September 18, 2025. Sentiment, negative. Sagachi Industries, a small-cap pharmaceutical firm, has been making negative headlines after a deadly explosion and fire at its Telangana plant killed many workers and forced the company to shut down operations at that site for 90 days. The incident also caused the share price to drop sharply by nearly 15%. The company is now working with authorities, but the accident damaged important equipment and buildings. The tragedy and temporary halt in operations have made investors cautious, and the overall market sentiment around Sagachi Industries remains negative as recovery will take time. Anant Raj as on September 18, 2025. Sentiment, positive. Anant Raj Limited, a company involved in real estate and data centers, saw its share price surge 13% in the last day. This jump is linked to news that the government may offer up to a 20-year tax exemption for companies developing data centers in India. Since Anant Raj has expanded in this area and recently reported solid financial results, the market responded very positively. Investors expect these government incentives to help the company grow faster in digital infrastructure, which is a booming sector. Analysts see strong long-term potential, even though the overall stock market has been mixed recently.